Hi, scholars. This video introduces rhetorical situations and explains the concept of exigence. Your major assignment 2, Rhetorical Reflection, will ask you to explain and analyze each part of the rhetorical situation surrounding your MA1 Action Argument, including all 3 levels of exigence. A rhetorical situation is a situation that can be resolved by discourse created by a rhetor and responded to by an audience. Examples could include wishing a friend happy birthday, asking your parents to borrow the car, asking someone on a date, or completing a homework assignment. Grant-Davie divides rhetorical situations into 4 parts: exigence, which is the subject, need, and purpose; rhetor, who is the producer of the text; audience, who is the consumer of the text; and constraints, which are relevant contexts. The first and probably most complicated part of the rhetorical situation is exigence. Exigence is tied closely to stasis theory, which is a framework for identifying specific disagreements and determining which questions need to be answered. One way to divide these questions is into the following 5 categories. 1, fact and nature, which asks, what is true? What problems exist? 2, definition and language, which asks, how do we define issues? What words do we use? 3, cause and effect, which asks, what caused the issue? What effects will the problem result in? 4, value and quality. Why does the issue matter? How serious is the issue? And 5, action and policy. What should be done about the issue? Grant-Davie uses these question categories to create 3 levels of exigence. 1, fact and definition, which asks, what is the discourse about? 2, cause, effect, and value, which asks, why is the discourse needed? And 3, action and policy, which asks, what should the discourse try to accomplish? Your MA2 Rhetorical Reflection must address all 3 of these levels. Here's a bit more about each level of exigence. Level 1 is fact and definition, which asks, what is the discourse about? What's the subject matter or topic? What problems, questions, or conflicts need to be resolved? But also, what deeper issues are represented by the subject matter? What is it really about? And what values are at stake in the subject? Level 2 is cause, effect, and value, which asks, why is the discourse needed? Why is now the right time for it, which is kairos? What factor or events has prompted it? Why do the problems or questions matter? What might happen if the discourse is not delivered or not successful? And finally, level 3, action and policy. This asks, what should the discourse try to accomplish? What are its aims or goals? Does it have both primary and secondary objectives? How is the audience supposed to react to the discourse? So for MA1, what action do you hope that they take, stop, continue, or avoid? When choosing topics to write about, one important thing to consider is kairos. Kairos is the opportune time to deliver the discourse. Why is now the right time to make this argument? What new factors have made this topic relevant now? In the invention stage, exigence is usually the most common place to start. You can simply list topics that interest you, list values that matter to you, list problems that concern you, and consider kairos. What is happening right now that needs to be addressed? Please see Rhetorical Situations Part 2 for an explanation of rhetors, audience, and constraints. As always, reach out if you have any questions. Bye.